The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Kalshi. Make it real money predicting sports. Kalshi is available in all 50 states, and you get $20 free with promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, promo code SGPN. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No, me, no voice, no guys. Me, really real, feel the world, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. All right, another week in the NBA, another week closer to the end of the season. Currently watching Boston try to battle back in the fourth quarter. They're currently down 10 to the Minnesota Timberwolves at home. Timberwolves are catching 10.5 points. That's when you want to buy stock into the Timberwolves when they're a dog. Not so much as favorites, but as a dog, very nice price. And they're currently up. Jason Tatum's at the line right now. Lonte, how's the weekend? How's it going? We got Lonte Smith with us here today.
Yeah, bro, doing good, man. Can't complain. Solid weekend. Looking forward to an even better one this week.
What happened this weekend?
I like you mean like betting wise?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, just a lot of March Madness stuff, man. No NBA for me this week. This weekend,
Okay.
all March Madness stuff. So it's boring to talk about on this show.
Yeah. No, hey, VCU got the dub over UNC. That was very nice there. Shouts out to a lot of guys on college experience that had that one as well. But sad for the Tar Heels, good for the Rams. So, not didn't fare as well against Illinois, but doesn't matter. We'll take the one win there. Oh, for sure, off. All right. Let's see here. Let's get into it. We've got and also Phoenix is slapping the Toronto Raptors 66-48.
I did bet that. I did bet that game. I did bet Phoenix.
Okay. All right. There
That
you
was a
go.
bad line. That was a bad one.
Yeah, it was a 4.5 point dog. They got it done. Knicks covered a rather large number against the Wizards. Kings didn't get the cover against the Brooklyn Nets. Nets kept that a 4-point game. And Denver got the cover against Portland. So, all right. Let's see here. We got 10 games. We got to go ahead and get through all of them. But first, real quick reminder, everybody go get that SGPN app over there in the App Store. Hey, you can get all of our picks, podcasts, all of that one place, and that's the SGPN app. All right. Don't know what that was. I feel like I'm back. I'm here. I'm alive. Okay. First game up. Indiana on the road going to play the Orlando Magic. Magic are laying 12.5 points in this game. 234.5 is the total in this one. Injury report, and we have for these two teams, it looks like for the Indiana Pacers, they're going to be without Zubac, of course. What was that, a fractured rib? And they said he's out for the rest of the season. They didn't want to play him anyway. Pascal Siakam has a questionable tag. Andrew Nembhard also has a questionable tag. Obi Toppin has a questionable tag. And Andrew Neesmith also has a questionable tag. No Franz Wagner, no Jonathan Isaac, no Anthony Black for Orlando. All right, so Orlando, what was it? It was the game against the Hawks that ended the win streak, and then they lost 4 straight, with Luke Kennard being the reason that they lost the last game against the Lakers. So Orlando's looking for a big bounce back spot, and the Pacers are, I don't know what the Pacers are doing, Lonte. But over to you, Orlando laying 12 and a half.
Yeah, I like Orlando in this spot, man. I think that you summed it up perfectly. One team who's not trying to win. This is the part of the season where you got to just fade these teams, which is what I think we've all been pretty much doing for the most part. But in this specific matchup, I mean, the Magic have gone from that long win streak to losing four straight, like you mentioned. They covered like they've been like back and forth as far as covering. They've been covering one, not covering, covering, not covering. So no consistency there. But they have over the past, if you want to, extrapolate that, they're 6-4 ATS last 10. Pacers 3-7 ATS last 10, 12-24 ATS on the road. I mean, they're pretty much getting these type of numbers on a nightly basis, and they have been for the past like month or two, and they still can't cover these numbers. I know the Orlando offense is not prone to blowing out teams, but I think the Pacers are a team that they can blow out for sure. So I'm gonna lay it with the Magic.
I am concerned about the number just because Indiana has found themselves to kind of, when they decide to not tank that night, and it really depends on the injury report, but like when they decide to not tank that night and they play some of these guys, like if you tell me all four, Obi Toppin, Andrew Nemhard, Aaron Neesmith, and Pascal Siakam all playing the game, yeah, they could find their way in the game, and it maybe Orlando wins 1-10 instead of Orlando covering 12 and a half points. Like maybe it's something like that, but I think just in a vacuum, yeah, I don't want to put any money on the tanking teams. I'm very much good on betting anything Indiana Pacers right now. Uh, unless it was against the Knicks, then I would tell you to just go ahead and take the Pacers. But outside of that, yeah, I'm really, really good on Indiana basketball. So I guess we're starting chalk very early. But I will admit there is a slight concern for this Orlando group, but they do need a get up spot. So I could see them just go ahead and win by 15 here. All right, let's see. Enough of that. 234 and a half is the total.
Yeah, I will go under. Thinking that the Magic's kind of defense shows up. I will go team total over for the Magic, but full game under. I don't trust the Pacers to score any points at all. I think the Magic defense is going to show up in this game.
Tyler, I actually forgot I had it on. Thank you for telling me. And definitely still have the robe on. It was cold in here. All right, my bad. I got distracted in the chat, Lonte. My thoughts on the total. Uh, yeah, I guess you just got an Indiana over. Defensively, they have 134 to the Spurs, 127 to Portland, 136 to the Knicks, 134 to Milwaukee. Like, yeah. All right. Over. At least Orlando team total over, but I'll take over for the game and just say that Orlando doesn't do allows them to do enough. Especially if you tell me all four. I might actually really be interested in the over. If you tell me that all four of Neesmith, Nemhard, Pascal Siakam, and Obi Toppin all play, I think that that offense actually could get cooking a little bit against the Orlando defense. So yeah, I would actually really like over in that situation. So watch the injury report for that. But I might take an over 234 and a half for that. Probably probably not better bet in the game, if I'm being honest. Your Lakers, Lonte, on the road, going to play the Detroit Pistons. Lakers laying 2.5, 227.5 is the total. No Kate Cunningham, as we all probably should know. If you don't know, it's okay. Some people aren't as locked in the NBA, but no Kate Cunningham out with the rib punctured lung chest, whatever we're calling it, injury. Isaiah Stewart is still out. Marcus Sasser is also out. Rui Hachimura is a questionable. You've got Maxi Kleber also a questionable for the game, if that means anything to you. Marcus Smart is a questionable, and Nick Smith Jr. Whatever. All right. I mean, sure team. What you thinking?
Yeah, you know what? I like the Lakers honestly. I think it's a good matchup for them. They don't have Cade there, which is a big problem. They can't shoot. Teams that can't shoot are, the Lakers can pack the paint. I think Luca got his 17th tech rescinded, so he's going to be able to play. I think that's big for them, especially in this matchup. So I like the Lakers here. I think it'll be a lower scoring game. I think that both of these teams' identity pretty much is defense and getting to the rim. I don't think that the Lakers will be. I mean, I don't think Detroit will be able to stop the Lakers from getting to the rim and finishing. They don't knock enough shots down to force it to defend. So I'm going with the Lakers here. I think it's a good spot for them, good matchup, especially without Cade. So I'm going with Lakers.
All right. I think the Luca in the clutch angle is concerning. However, hmm, who I don't think that they have an answer for Jalen Duren. So I think he's going to continue to have still really good games. They just move the ball so well. They like offensively, if they score on this Lakers team, the Lakers have to keep this a low scoring game. If they allow Detroit to just go out there and be able to score points and they're getting north of 115, closer to 120. Definitely if they're in the 120 range. I think this is I mean, completely Detroit Pistons. I'm not so certain they need Kate Cunningham to get this done. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that defensively, they are going to give them a problem. Luca is always going to be an issue, but I think defensively they can still make things really, really hard on the Lakers. It could just not be consistent, and it'll probably be a lot of, hey, maybe LeBron continues to look really, really good. And Reeves is the non-factor, and it's like LeBron, Luca trying to carry the game. But like, I'm concerned for the Lakers team total as a whole, even though I think Luka probably could still have a really solid game. But if he doesn't, then they definitely don't have a shot. I'm rolling with the Pistons. I like the Pistons plus 2.5. I think I can understand the thought of, yeah, let's just go ahead and just bet Lakers, but like, I just think that the Pistons defense is really, really good. And I think that they're gonna give the Lakers offensive problems. And it's gonna be at least something they're gonna have to work through. So even without Kate, the defense isn't falling off. So I like Pistons plus 2.5. Kind of iffy on the total there for me personally because like I think the Pistons can score. I think the Lakers could have some problems scoring. So like probably something of I like Pistons into the Lakers. That's me.
Yeah, you know what? I think I thought you brought up a good point. Like over, if you like Pistons, I mean, I like the Lakers so under because I think they are going to have to make it a slower paced game. I mean, but the Lakers have been playing a lot better defensively. I mean, the numbers like points might not show it, but just their effort level, their JJ and that staff is doing a good job of, the game plan. We saw it on Houston, although Houston is a better matchup for them. Just like I think the Pistons is a better matchup for them because they don't have anybody that can shoot the ball like that. So I'm going under. I think it'll be a slugfest type of game, maybe like 105, 102, something like that.
All right. Opposite sides of the coin on that one. Let's see here before we get to the next game of the slate. Gotta talk to the people about Kalshi, real money prediction market, legal in all 50 states, and they have a ton of options for you trading sports over there at Kalshi. Make sure you check them out. New Kalshi customers get $20 when they use promo code SGPN. That is Kalshi, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. They've got Underdog Fantasy Pick'em, where hey, two pick entries instead of 3x, they now pay 3.5x, and three pick entries now pay 6.5x over there at Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you go check them out. Brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5. Get $50 in bonus funds when you use that sign up code, promo code MBASGPN. All right. Next game up, we've got OKC on the road, going to play the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia, the 76ers are catching 15.5 points at home. 221.5 is the total. Injury report for both of these two teams. And you've got Ajay Mitchell, who's suspended for the fight that I feel like I've seen people get suspended for whatever. All right. I don't know. I don't think what happened? What happened in that? Maybe there was, maybe I have to go back and look, and maybe there were some punches thrown that I just didn't see. But like, okay, they got in each other's face. Yeah, they did that. Oh, it was a big shoving match that kind of went into the stands. Like, we've seen that happen and people not get suspended. I don't know. I didn't think anybody I just thought ejections were enough, but I don't run anything. Dominic Barlow is a doubtful for the game for this Philadelphia team. So add him to the list with Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre, Joel Embiid, of all who are probably not going to be playing this game. Yeah. Any chance OKC just not sleep at the wheel? I mean, could be, possibly. Doesn't look like it as of late. 121 to 92 against the Thunder. I guess the Nets, and 132, 111 against the Wizards recently. Could be ugly again, Lonte.
Yeah, I don't know if this one will get that ugly. J Dub's back as well, so they're getting a little bit more reinforcements. I think they announced earlier that he's going to be making his re-debut, I think, in this game. So I'm not sure if he's going to be on a restriction or not. I can't remember if he was on a restriction the first time, but obviously two different injuries, and this one is a hamstring, so they might want to, bring him along a little bit slower. But I do like the OKC here, man. I think they match up pretty well with the lack of what the Sixers have. Obviously, with a lot of that talent being out, I think it'll be closer, maybe a little bit closer early, because J Dub's in the kind of fill out effect. Granted, if they start them, they've been doing a lot of things where they bring these guys off the bench when they come back. So I'm interested to see how they kind of implement whatever strategy they have for him going forward. But they want to get him ramped up for the playoffs, which is typically why they probably brought him back now. But I like OKC, man. I think they'll end up winning this game by 17 or 18.
Yeah. No, Charles. Philly's just it's nobody. There's nobody here playing for Philly, and OKC is just OKC, and they've been steamrolling through the bad teams as they should very recently. I'm gonna just keep it going. You're not gonna get me to reinvent things here. OKC laying a million. Uh, Talk about not reinventing things. The Miami Heat are at home playing the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs laying 5 on the road. 240.5 is, no, not even a half. 240 is the total. Let's see. Can I pull up an injury report in this game? All right, injury report, and it looks like Devin Vassell is questionable. Stephon Castle also questionable. Jaquez expected to play. Norman Powell's questionable. Andrew Wiggins probable. Well, excuse me. As we know, the Miami Heat are catching 5 here. Now you're telling me that there is also the Miami Heat catching 5 at home with a probability, whether it happens or not, a probability that Stephon Castle and Devin Vassell might not play? Oh, I mean, come on now. This is clearly San Antonio has been playing very, very well. They've been on a little bit of a win streak on their own right since that Nuggets loss. And you know what? It's about time that somebody just comes around and you just go, you play some heat culture ball. Maybe they don't even lose the game. Maybe this is like San Antonio on the last possession. Wemby just kind of makes some shot and wins. And Miami's like, oh, but we gave the Spurs a game. Like, they're going to play up tempo. Both teams want to run, especially if Stephon Castle plays in the game. Both teams are going to be running up and down the court. I mean, I love all of the points, and I love the Miami Heat as a dog. There's nothing different here for me, Lonte. But what do you like?
Yeah, I like Miami as well, man. They're in a bad funk right now. They lost I think four straight, if I'm not mistaken, and the Spurs have won five straight. They just put up 131, if I'm not mistaken. But again, all these injuries that are all these guys who are questionable going in, and didn't they play tonight as well, right? So they'll be on a back to back, right?
Hmm? I'm sorry.
Well, they'll be on a back to back. Didn't they play
Did,
tonight?
no, I thought that game was yesterday.
Oh, okay, it was yesterday. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, I mean,
By the way, I want to point while we're talking about that game, they did end up covering against Houston still.
yeah,
Covered the +3.
yeah. So, yeah, I think Miami needs this one bad, man. I mean, the Hornets, I think, are 2.5 games back of that number of that division. So, that's tightening up. I think they need this one. It's a good spot to get it in. I'm gonna take the points, but I think they can win this game outright.
Uh, Atlanta has the lead. Orlando's a half game back of them. Miami is 1 game back of Atlanta, and Charlotte is 2 games back of Atlanta. Yeah, very, very, very close race there, where the losers are all guaranteed to play in, pretty much. All right, I'm glad we can agree there. Both on the dog. Shout out to Miami. Miami +5. It's even 5.5 in some shops. +185 on the money line. Yep. Sign me up. Clear. This is a very, very heat spot, especially with losing 4 games and coming into this, and they almost beat Houston. Definitely a Miami Heat spot. Just a heat culture win. Okay. Memphis. Memphis is on the road going to play the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks are laying 13.5. 239.5 is the total. Injury report. I mean, is Ty Jerome playing? I guess that's really the question. I just want you to know I was at the Grizzlies Hornets game over the weekend. Oh, the Grizzlies suck. And the Grizzlies are actually playing Taj Gibson. It was actually really funny because we overheard like some guys talking, well, not really guys, they were kids, talking about why does he wear the number 6'7"? Like, why would he do that? He thinks he's funny. And it's like, wow, you guys really don't know Todd. He was the original 6'7". That was the original. Like, and then I was making jokes about how uh I remember being, I think it was a freshman in high school, and seeing Taj Gibson play for the Knicks, and now I'm watching him right now play for the Grizzlies. It's actually pretty insane. But very bad hoops going on in Memphis right now. I will say that much. So Cedric Coward is out. Cam Spencer is doubtful. Taj Gibson is questionable. And I don't see Ty Jerome on the injury report, so I guess we should assume he is playing. For the Hawks, you have Jalen Johnson listed as questionable. But that's it. With what I saw this weekend, I'm telling you, it's got to be Hawks all the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's without a question. I didn't even have to see it this weekend. I mean, and you just said Ty Jerome is questionable. Cedric Coward's out. The Hawks should be able to name their number here, especially with the lack of defense that the Grizzlies play. Um, I think that front line, Jalen Johnson being in and out of the line, I mean, potentially out of the lineup doesn't bother me here. I mean, I think they have the front line depth to be able to handle anything that the Grizzlies can throw at them. I expect Kuminga to have a bigger game. He didn't play well against Golden State, so I'm expecting him to have a big game, like a redemption game here. I, I mean, the Grizzlies. I don't know what they're doing. Well, I do know what they're doing, but like they just don't have a competitive roster. I mean, you saw it firsthand. It's just not
Mhm.
a competitive roster. I think the Hawks should bury him. Hawks have been on a roll as well, so I'm gonna keep backing them, especially against a team like the Grizzlies.
Yeah. By the way, the Hawks are 8-2 ATS in their last 10 games. Yeah, I want nothing to do with I want nothing to do with that Grizzlies team. I'm sorry. Nothing to talk about there. All right, I'm getting pretty far along in the song now. Here we go. Oh, 239.5 is total over. There's no defense being played in
Yeah,
Memphis, by the way.
100%. I would take Hawks to score 100 points 3 quarters. Absolutely is a great pick.
All right, interesting. Houston on the road going to play the Chicago Bulls. Rockets are laying 8.5. 228.5 is total. I feel like I sound horrible. Like I feel like I just all right. Maybe that's better. What did I say? Yeah, we're with the Rockets. Rockets and the Bulls. 228.5 is the total. Houston laying a number, or you gotta bet the Bulls, who I mean haven't been playing the best ball uh the entirety of the season. Jalen Smith is questionable. Jayton Ivy is also questionable. Isaac Okoro is doubtful. Gershon Yabusele is also doubtful, and Anthony Simons is questionable. With that, give me the Bulls. I mean, they just played and what was it? Came back on the Cleveland Cavaliers because the Cavs are up pretty big, and then the Bulls came back, made that game close. You tell me they can't do something like that and come and get in the back door of the Houston Rockets, who cannot cover lines, and Anthony Simons is back, and Ivy could possibly be back as well. Like if both of those two guys are back and playing, I already question what Houston can do guarding the backcourt positions. So like, yeah, I'm on Chicago. I could talk myself into Chicago making this somewhat close.
Yeah, I love Chicago in this spot, man. It's one of my favorite plays on the board. Chicago is actually one of those teams who have been playing hard. They've been competitive, and they got blitzed by Toronto, I think, a couple games ago. But um, if you look at their schedule, it's been some decent games. I mean, they played the Rockets not too long ago, and they were getting 12 and a half on the road. They covered it easily. I think they lost by 5. So like they're competitive. And I actually think the Bulls are going to be live to get that number one pick. That has nothing to do with the game, but I think the Bulls are
Hmm.
going to get that number one pick. Just good karma, man. That's what happens when you have good karma. But I like the Bulls, man. I think they match up well with these guys. They have really good guards. If they get all those guys back, like you said, it's going to be even more. They'll be even more susceptible to exploiting some of the things that the Rockets don't do well. Now, I will say this: they are not going to get any rebounds. So they're going to have to make a lot. They're not getting any rebounds. They are not getting any
You
rebounds.
very that is very much true.
They are
They
not
are
getting
getting
anything. So
they
they're
are
going to
not
have to
getting
really just like when they shoot, just have everybody just get back.
yeah,
You might as well not even go to the glass. So I'll be interested to see what they do with that. But I think the Bulls are live to win this game outright, though.
definitely need to be thinking about that for underdog later. So Keep the mind on Jarrett McCain if anything is available, and keep the mind on anybody on the Rockets with a pulse for rebounding because the Bulls are getting nothing. That is very, very much true. I'm with you though. We're on the dog plus 8.5 on Chicago. Hey man, crazier things have happened. Sprinkle on that plus 295 line. 228.5 is the total. I'm going over. If Chicago wins this game, it's because they scored. Like they just were even in this game, I think it's because they were able to score the basketball.
Yep, yep, yep. 100%. I agree. And the Rockets are they can play pretty much volleyball and score at will. So that means a lot of fouls, a lot of scoring while the clock stops. So I like over.
All right. Yeah. Those feel very, very correlated. Toronto on the road going to play the Utah Jazz. Toronto's laying 12.5. 229.5 is total. What's the score of the Toronto game right now? 91-62. Kyler Boyles was ruled out of that game. We'll see if he's going to play the Jazz game here. And so, yeah, the Jazz haven't played anybody, so they just haven't been fun. Um, I mean, they just, I mean, I think Toronto's competent enough. I don't know. I don't think they probably should, but like, I guess they should. I guess they should, especially because they're getting embarrassed right now. Let me see. Mm, yeah, let's just forget this game even happened. All right, I'll lay it with Toronto because Utah's pretty bad with everybody out. Not even Isaiah Collier.
Yeah, I'm laying it as well. I mean, I think that this will be a huge game for them. They typically bury these bad teams, middling to bad teams. They typically bury because they match up well with them. I mean, obviously, with this game being pretty much done for, like I just think that gives them even more incentive to win. And are they close to the um okay, yeah, they're the fifth seed. Yeah, so the East is kind of scrunched up as well. So they need all they can get. And again, they can still get the game without covering. But
Mhm.
I think it's gonna be a good game for them to kind of get up for. They had prior to this they had covered four in a row. This is their third straight road game. I think before they go back home for a home stand. So I like Toronto.
Wow, another chalky play. I really, really, really didn't want to do that either, but yeah, Utah's just. I think Toronto has too. I think Toronto has too much. Toronto's got too much. All right, let's see here. Before we finish out the slate, gotta talk to the people about rhythm, official data tool for dominating the madness of college basketball. Rhythm generated a bracket that went 34-0 in the first two rounds. What are you even questioning? Go download the Rhythm app right now. Go lock in with Rhythm and the power of their data and their models and all of that over there. SGPN25 is your promo code. SGPN25. When you download the Rhythm app and get 25% off your first month, download Rhythm, use promo code SGPN25. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Sorry. We're brought to you by Novig. Novig's America's #1 sports prediction market. You know you're getting the best prices on the market with a Novig. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 when you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. It's also Merch Madness. 15% off everything in our merch store, store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. And you can get over there to the merch store. use that promo code March and you can get 15% off everything. 15% off everything in the merch store. Use that promo code March. All right. Let's see. Next game up. Who's next? Golden State on the road going to play the Dallas Mavericks. Golden State's laying 2.5. 230.5 is the total in that one. Yet again, nice little rivalry. rivalry we have here. No Al Horford. Chris Porzingis is probable. Post is out. Moody is questionable. And D'Anthony Melton is probable. For the Mavericks, you've got Caleb Martin out. I'm sorry, questionable. And then you've got Brandon Williams, who is doubtful, and he's trending to be out. But Caleb Martin looks like he's going to be able to play. All right. I mean, this isn't how, you might have drew it up in the past, but it's the Mavericks and it's the Warriors. I don't know. I actually think I can talk myself into the Mavericks this time around.
Yeah, I like the Mavericks as well, man. I mean, both of these teams are horrible. It's just that the Mavericks are showing a little bit more fight than what the Warriors are. The Warriors are just they're horrible. They are horrible, bro. Like, I don't know if you've been watching them. They are bad. They are bad. They have zero talent on that team. Porzingis, when he's there, like, okay, I think he scored like 28 in one of his first games back. But obviously he's in and out with that issue that he's having with his heart. I think that's what it is. But like, the Mavericks are playing hard. I mean, they've been fighting, especially since Flag has been back. Like, in these type of games, I'm dogging over every single time, and with two bad teams. So I'm dogging over in this one as well.
Yeah, the Warriors have not been able to score the ball consistently at all, honestly. That's part of their problems. Yeah, defensively they look a mess at some part of the time. I mean, Dallas has all of their faults, but at the very least, like, you have Clay and you have this thought of, hey, we want to stick it to him and we want to do this one up for Clay and we want to go out there and we want to compete and play ball and all this stuff. Like, I could see Flag having a good game. I think Gafford could have a good game. Najee Marshall, I think actually could have a really solid game in this one too. Like, I think that they match up well. They match up well, and I think that it's going to be hard for the Warriors to guard all of those wings. Yeah, I'm on the Mavericks plus 2.5. Money line is plus 125. 230.5 is total. I think it's going to be points, so over.
Yeah, 100% over. I like the Clay angle too. He's made 4+ threes in three of his last 4 games. He's 8 of 14 in his last 2, so he's shooting the ball well. His minutes are kind of fluctuating. Like, he went from 20 to 28, from 16 to 27. So I think for this one he'll be ready to go, especially against the Warriors. So I'm looking to ladder some Clay threes. So I'm looking to take him like 5+ threes. So I like the over. I think it's gonna be a lot of defense. I mean, a lot of offense. I'm sorry.
It would be a very good time to bet Clay, especially with this Warriors team looking like this. All right. Brooklyn Nets are on the second leg of a back-to-back, playing the Portland Trailblazers. Trailblazers laying 14.5. 219 is the low total. So Danny Wolf got hurt in that game. He's probably not going to play. Grant Portland played today too because they played the Nuggets, and Grant didn't play. Mm, I really something tells me that this is just a random Nets keep it close. Portland probably plays around with their food with this spot, but like, I mean, I guess I don't. I mean, I guess Blazers, but like, if there's one of the big spreads that I probably don't feel the best about, is probably this Blazers team against Brooklyn, just because I think it's very easy to overlook Brooklyn without Michael Porter Jr. right now, and just say that they're not going to be like anywhere near competitive in this game at all. And then they somehow just kind of find a way to hang around. And Jordy Fernandez probably has that good coaching game. Like they had the 1 point game against the Knicks. You had, it's the Kings, but you still kept it close. Like I just think that they could randomly find themselves in this game. And maybe this is the one game that isn't a blowout that everybody thought it is.
More blessings to you, my brother. The Nets are trash. They are horrible. I can't do
Mhm.
it. I can't do it. I think the Blazers are gonna bury them. Scott put me onto this first quarter, first half trend, just fading the Nets. I don't know the exact numbers, but he gave a great detailed analysis about it. Um, so I'm gonna keep fading that, but I don't trust the Nets at all. I mean they haven't scored over 100 points. Well, they scored over 100 points once in the last 5 games. They can't score. The defense is alright. I'll give you that. The defense is solid. But I can't do it. Not this year. Maybe next year.
And they just played this game. Like I could see this being the one that Portland's just like
What was the score when they played?
114.95.
Okay. Yeah, because I could kind of see the same thing happening here.
They were in Brooklyn that time. And oh, I shot 51%. Nice. All right. Yeah, give me Brooklyn. But it's just because I don't want to be on all the big spreads. I need something different. And we're getting too far in this long. All right. 219 under. I'm with you. I don't think Brooklyn is going to be able to
Yeah,
score
yeah.
much.
They
And
on the back
I'm
to back.
telling you,
Both
I'm
of them
telling
doing
you,
back to back. Yeah.
Portland's going to play with their food. I really think Portland's going to play with their food here. And so under type of game, ugly. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. The Suns are just really pouring it on to the Raptors. Okay. Last game. Clippers at home welcoming the Milwaukee Bucks. Clippers laying 13.5. 223.5 is the total in that game. Injury report. And we have Kyle Kuzma questionable. Giannis, we know, is out. Kevin Porter Jr. is out. Gary Harris is probable. Kawhi Leonard is questionable. Ben Matherin is out with the toe injury. John Collins is probable. And Darius Garland's coming off of 40 point 10 assists, something else game. I don't remember what that last stat, but it was something else in there. Yeah, but I would say, and okay, okay, this is the game where if somebody doesn't cover the 13, the large number, then it was this team. Because I would like to point out to you that in the last 5 games, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 games of basketball. The Clippers have a 7 point win against the Mavericks in overtime. They have 2 individual losses to the Pelicans in the last 5 games. Now, they did play the San Antonio Spurs to a 4-point game, but then they also have a loss to the Kings, not laying 13.5. I don't care what the Bucks have going on, not laying 13.5. Bucks 13.5. Thank you, Lonte.
Yeah, I don't love either side. I would probably take the Clippers. I mean, the Bucks got that win against the Mavericks as 11.5 point dogs. Third straight road game. They're in LA with a day off. You know how that can get, especially when you're rich in LA. It's a lot of things to do, a lot of nice people to see. Um, I I mean, I don't love the Clipper side either for all the reasons that you just went over. But I mean, if Kawhi's on the court, I'm probably just going to lay the 12.5. I don't have a lot of conviction. Both teams haven't been doing a good job of covering spreads. You routed off all of the things that worry me with the Clippers, which is why I have no conviction. So I am convicted in the under, though. Love the under. I think both teams slow pace. Clippers are going to be in a half court. Bucks don't think can score in a half court. Clippers will keep them out of transition. I like a low scoring game. I don't think the Bucks can reach like 105.
Mm, yeah, I guess it could be a lower scoring game. I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 there. No really thoughts on the total on that one. All right, Lonte, let's close this out. Lock, dog, underdog lineup.
Yeah, so let's start with the lock. Let's go with plus, what's this? Plus 8.5 Chicago Bulls for the lock. For the dog, let's go with the Miami Heat plus 185. I think both of those are. I wouldn't take both of those for the. I'll probably be doing some type of like parlay with those two money lines as well. Maybe like a round robin to add another team, but I do like both of those dogs to get it done. Um, they match up pretty well. The Clippers, I mean not the Clippers. The Heat they are in need for a really big win. I mean Terrell just routed off all of um, the standings. I mean they're right there in the mix, and I think you want to get as high as you can, get a division title. Um, and the Bulls, I mean I've been a bet on team. The Bulls have been a bet on team for me. Ivy potentially coming back. Uh, Simon's potentially coming back. So yeah, I like the Bulls as well. So those are my locker dog.
All right, let me see. For my lock, let's go with that over in the first game. That Pacers Magic game was very tempting. I have, I feel like it's a number of ways that I could probably go. I just do like points. I think Porzingis actually can score enough in his angle. Give me over to 30 and a half. Oh, Lord. Over to 30 and a half. And hold on, Lonte. Can you talk to the people? Talk to the people, Lonte. Get underdog started. I'll be back.
Um, yeah. Well, I mean, I'll try. I don't even think I have underdog. Actually, I do. Sorry, this is bad podcasting. I'm gonna pull the underdog up for tomorrow. I'll tell you a few things that I like. Um, let's go with the first one that I like is in that Houston and Bulls game actually, and it's going to be. I wish I could take every person's rebounds over that they had. I mean, I probably could, but I mean, Sengun's at 8.5. That's short. Um, Eason 5.5. I think I like that as well. I'll get to Terrell's take, but yeah, Eason Sengun 8.5 for sure. I like Clay's 3 pointers made. If you want to ladder that up, I think he is at. Clay is at.
All right. Let
Okay,
me
go ahead.
see.
My bad.
No, my bad. My bad. All right, I'm back. Regularly scheduled programming. I do really like the over in that Mavericks and Warriors game. Very much so. Give me over 230.5 there. I think that one, the Dallas Mavericks are going to be able to score. Like, I just think they're going to be able to put up, one of those Mavericks games where it's 120, 130 plus. Everybody's hitting Cooper Flag, Dodging Marshall, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, all of that. And then I think Porzingis will be able to do enough and he'll get them going and the offense will look decent enough. But I like points over there. Give me the over in that game. Dog, very easy. Miami plus 185. Nothing to think about there. And then, okay, what was your first play in Underdog?
Sengun 8.5 higher, and then Clay 2.5 threes
Wait, you
higher.
said wait. Shangoon 8.5 what? Rebounds?
Rebounds, yeah, that's short.
Yeah, it sounds short. I didn't think you were talking about rebounds because it was you said 8.5, but I thought that was like an assist line or something like that. But all right. 8.5 rebounds higher. And then what was another one? The other one you just said?
Clay 2.5 threes. I think.
Oh, Clay. Let me
And
see.
he's got back-to-back games with four threes made,
Let me see if Clay is.
and he's got 10+ attempts on both of those as well.
Yeah, higher 2.5 threes on Clay. All right, cool. And
Shout out to the
then
chat if you want to go with McCain for that revenge game. That was a good one. I told that totally.
no, he's not. He's not on
He's
underdog.
not.
Well, yeah, he's on the bench. He's probably gonna be. You'll have to place that before the game starts. I Wemby is interesting during. I can't get Lakers and Pistons right now. Anybody else that is not as interesting as Wemby? I don't think so. All right. I'll go with Wemby. 26.5 higher. All right. So Victor Wembanyama higher 26.5. Albert Shangoon higher 8.5. Klay Thompson higher 2.5. 3-pointers made. Shangoon higher 8.5 rebounds. I don't think I said that part. $100 get you to 6.5, $650 over there at Underdog Fantasy. 6.5x. Make sure you use your boost. I got a 40% boost. That gets me to 8.7x over there at Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Lonte, anything else for people before we get out of here?
Best of luck this week to everybody.
Best of luck for you on this episode. We've got a lot more coming your way as well through the rest of the week. Make sure you lock in. He's at Lonte. I'm sorry, XX Lonte XX on X, and I'm at really real __. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA, YouTube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast, and hey, 5 stars, 5-star review wherever you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, doesn't matter what that. That's it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just ending like this. We are out of here.